Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. My name is Alex, and in this video I'll tell you about 41 foreigners arrested in the Philippines, buyer eats infamous $6 million art banana, call center scam, physical altercations, and much more, beginning with our peso to USD exchange rate. Right now, $1 is equal to 58.7 pesos. Let's jump straight into our main story. But if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, take a second out of your day, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. Here's our main story. 41 foreign nationals who were arrested in the Philippines last October have appeared before the Bureau of Immigration as part of the legal proceedings. The BI Commissioner Joe Anthony Villado confirmed that these individuals hail from various countries including Malaysia, China, Pakistan, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Brazil, and Thailand are facing deportation for being undesirable aliens, while temporary release from physical custody under the supervision of Bataan Representative Albert Garcia and their local council. They are required to report to the BI's head office every 2 weeks. The BI is committed to pursuing legal action against these individuals and ensuring they're deported once the case has finalized. To prevent them from leaving the country, their passports have been confiscated and their names have been added to the government's watch list and blacklist. Once again, goes to show you, you probably are not going to get away with many crimes around the Philippines. Of course, there's a lot of people that haven't been caught. I'm not naive, I understand. Probably more out there than have been arrested for sure. I'd have to put my money on that one. But yeah, so 41 more people, undesirables, soon to be deported. Get out of here. In some positive news, the Philippines has secured its 6th consecutive title as the world's leading dive destination at the 2024 World Travel Awards, besting 10 other nominated destinations including the Maldives, Belize, and Cayman Islands. Whoa, I knew obviously the Philippines has some amazing diving destinations, but to be ranked number 1 for 6 years in a row, I had no idea. Way to go. Filipinos should be really proud of that, because some of these other places are wonderful too. I've never been there, but just like some of the obviously pictures of the Maldives look stunning, but to know the Philippines has taken them over as well as 6 years in a row, that's very impressive. Do you like diving? Have you been diving? I've been meaning to kind of look into that, but I don't know how I feel about my life dependent on a tank. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a good swimmer. I don't know nothing about fish, but it is something that's crossed my mind several times. I mean, I am in the best country for diving anyways, right? Plus, I know for a fact it's one of the cheapest places to get licensed, because you need some kind of like, you can't just get in there. You know, you gotta train and all that. So maybe I'll consider sometime. Next up, a Grab rider in Thailand arrested for attempting to force himself on a female. Grab is like Bolt, and a lot of times Grab drivers are motorcycle taxis. Essentially, you call them, they pick you up, you get in the back of their motorcycle and they take you, and you would hope that it's safe since they're registered and a big name brand when it comes to taxi, ride sharing, and ride hailing programs. But this is what happened. A young university student had terrifying experience when a Grab rider tried to hurt her. The rider, who was supposed to take her home, took a wrong turn and stopped in a quiet place. His excuse was that he had to urinate. He then tried to attack her, but luckily she was able to escape and call for help. The police quickly arrested the rider, who admitted to his crime. He is now facing serious charges. Good. The student is getting help to recover from the scary event. It's important to be careful, especially when traveling alone, and to trust your instincts. If something or someone feels wrong, don't hesitate to speak up and seek help. I guess that's what happens when you ask ChatGPT to do a rephrase of that story, because I try to get them to rephrase that story to try to make it more suitable for younger readers. So you can imagine the worst case scenario as a female or a man, but let's be honest, 99% of the time it's the females in that situation. So yeah, be careful, girls. One thing that's a little bit annoying is like, how, come on, what did you think is gonna happen? They have all your information, you know, like it's just kind of a silly thing. I wonder what goes through some people's minds sometimes. Next up, a big fight happened on Phuket's Bangla Road between, that's the red light district, between two people who were trying to get a customer. These two people were trans. This has made a lot of people, including tourists, upset. Videos of the fight have been shared online, and many people are calling for stricter rules to keep the area safe and peaceful. While some people think this kind of behavior is common in places like Bangla Road, others say that something needs to be done to stop these fights. This incident has also brought attention to how people view the trans community, and many people are asking the government to do something about these problems. If you went to Thailand or any Southeast Asian country, essentially, some of these workers can be very aggressive, especially the ones that are dressed as women who aren't. So be careful if you're out there, if you don't want to be approached or touched or whatever. Just keep your wits about you. Be very firm. don't even joke about some stuff, because that's just like an invitation for them to try to get friendly with you. Staying in Thailand, the Thai police have made a big discovery in their fight against cybercrime. They found a huge amount of equipment used to trick people online in Chiang Mai. This includes many SIM cards and phones that were used to create fake accounts. The police arrested 15 people, including some from other countries, who were involved in this operation. They are still looking for the main person behind the scam, who is believed to be from China. This is a big step forward in Thailand's efforts to protect people from online scams and to make internet a safer place. Once again, pogos, scam hubs, Chinese and other countries as well operate in all over Southeast Asia. Wherever there's a demand, there's going to be people trying to take advantage of others. So that's the latest on that. And then a bridge collapses in Thailand. A serious accident happened early this morning on Rama 2 road in Samut Sakon. Part of the bridge that was being built fell down, taking the lives of 3 workers and hurting many others. 10 others have been injured. The accident happened around 4 a.m. while workers were on the job. The collapse involved a big piece of concrete and a large crane. Rescue teams worked to save the injured and recover the bodies of those who passed away. Engineers will be looking into what caused the accident. The road is very busy right now due to the closure. An unfortunate event. We can all see it, right? If you come from Western construction, I don't even work construction, but I hear people that are shocked when they see like people in flip-flops and no hats and, you know, getting on each other's shoulders, and just seeing the wood they use. It's really something to, like, obviously I respect them for being that brave and having the skills to build something with those conditions, but safety should be number one. As I've said this before, when I was growing up, safety was always around me, working everywhere. And as a teenager, I was sometimes like, come on, man, this is a little too much. But now as a grown person, I understand why precautions are in place. I don't know what actually happened. I hope they find the reason and can prevent future incidences like this. And if any of you guys have worked in construction, have traveled to Southeast Asia, please leave your thoughts down below. Share your stories of what was the craziest and wildest thing you've seen in construction in Southeast Asia, whether it's Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, any of the countries. Go ahead and write them down below. I'd love to read it in the next video. And then things just keeps on getting crazier in Thailand. A dangerous situation happened at a hospital in Mahasakram when a patient high on substances broke loose and scared the nurses. A video of the incident shows how dangerous it can be for healthcare workers. The patient was finally stopped and sent to a mental health facility. He was wielding something sharp in his hand. The hospital is now planning to make the hospital safer by adding more secure areas. This scary event has led to online conversations about the importance of protecting healthcare workers and improving hospital safety rules. You know, in Canada, you can just walk into a hospital. Ain't nobody questioning you, nothing. I mean, not even a single security guard, most hospitals. So when you think about it, somebody's taking something and they're really not in the right state of mind, they can pretty much do whatever, right? So it's kind of scary. Imagine being a nurse and just doing your shift, and it's just, yeah, insane. Next up, Justin's son, a crypto entrepreneur, fulfilled a promise he made after buying a famous piece of art for millions of dollars, 6 point something to be exact. The art was a banana taped, ironically not exact, but that's all me. The art was a banana taped to a wall. Son ate the banana and in front of many people and said it was good. He believes the act is part of the art's history. When I first saw the story, I didn't see who bought the banana. Then this time I saw Justin's son. I'm like, that name sounds familiar. Who is Justin's son? And I realized he's one of the, I don't know if the creators, the promoters, the pushers, whatever, of the crypto Tron. When I was doing crypto, when I was in crypto, you know, amateur trading, buying and whatever, I remember I was really heavily invested in Tron and I was going places. Eventually I got out of it, but that's where I know the name from. I don't know if any of you guys are like altcoin holders or Bitcoin holders, any of that stuff. That's a whole different world. A lot of people making a lot of money, a lot of people losing a lot of money. I would say never invest anything you're not willing to walk away from, and completely consider it gone, because it's straight up gambling. At least from an amateur's perspective like myself. Next up, a story closer to home. Tensions between India and Canada have escalated significantly due to the assassination of Sikh separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar on Canadian soil. Canada accuses the Indian government of involvement while India denies the allegations. This has led to diplomatic exclusions and accusations of violent plots against Sikh activists. The recent clashes between Hindu nationalists and Sikh separatists outside a Hindu temple in Brampton, Ontario further exacerbates the situation. Both sides engage in violence, highlighting the deep-rooted division and animosity between the two communities. The Khalistan movement, which seeks an independent Sikh homeland in India, has been a long-standing source of tension between the two countries. While Canada has allowed peaceful protests, India views the movement as a threat to its national security. The current state of relations between India and Canada is strained, with little hope for immediate resolution. The deep-rooted mistrust and mutual Accusations have created a significant diplomatic rift between the two nations. A lot of diplomats have pulled out. I know last time I went to India, I needed a visa, which was very surprising to me. But yeah, that's that. And now it's time for a segment called Yesterday Today, where I take a look at some of the most popular comments regarding yesterday's video, which was about tipping, and more specifically about service charges being added to a bill. How do you feel about it? And just like we all would assume, it was clear division between those that would tip, those that will not tip, and those that will not tip if the service charge was included into all that stuff. And here are some of the top comments. Patrick says, tipping is not a Philippine general or expected custom. We have created the problem. Tipping should always and only be at the election of the customer. Then it should be generous if deserving. Generally, I over-tip, but I don't like it being expected. And I like to tip people who need it most and work the hardest. Well said, excellent idea, and that's why sometimes I refrain from giving money to children directly, because I know next time they're going to go ahead and ask somebody else. Of course, there's been rumors, I'm not really sure, it's actually illegal to go ahead and give money to beggars, so I keep hearing this, so it must be true, I assume, but I haven't done my own research. So definitely something we created as Westerners, I believe so, because I don't think it was a Philippines custom before that. Kai Chris says, we don't have service charges in Europe. If you feel the service was above normal, then you might give a tip. Compulsory one, I am totally against. Yeah, I think it's the compulsory portion of it. The fact that, not even that, but the one that's like not even visible. The problem originally arose was someone surprised about the service charge because they didn't see it on the menu. I think at that point it becomes deception. I'm all for tipping when it comes to just giving something to someone that deserves it, that's done more than you expected, or has gone above and beyond to make your experience more enjoyable. And lastly, Amigo says, okay, I don't mind it being forced because if the service sucks, it won't break my pocket. Number one. Number two, if the service is good, I tip on top of that. And you guys should tip me if you like my services. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.